Welcome to today's Explainer. Today we're going to explore how just a single day of announcements, specifically July 8th, 2026, shows artificial intelligence completing its transition from this novel tool to the literal, fundamental infrastructure of our reality. We're essentially looking at a snapshot in time that perfectly captures a massive technological paradigm shift, and it's happening on multiple levels simultaneously.
I mean, it sounds like an impossible premise, right? How in the world does a single day of AI innovation connect your social media feed, the global economy, and the birth of the heaviest elements in the universe? Well, to figure that out, we're going to have to zoom way out. We'll start with the everyday tools developers use, scale up to the macroeconomy and global regulations, and then go all the way up to the literal cosmos.
Section 1. AI for Creation and Code. Okay, let's dive right in by starting at the foundational level, with the newest tools we use to build and create.
So our first major signal comes from Mark Zuckerberg's completely overhauled AI division, which is now dubbed Meta Super Intelligence Labs. They literally just launched their flagship visual generation models, Muse Image, alongside a really highly anticipated preview of Muse Video. But the kicker here is they aren't just launching these as standalone websites. They're seamlessly integrating them directly across their massive social platforms, so Instagram, WhatsApp, and their backend ad tools. This is absolutely crucial because it means the immense power of visual generation is now natively in the hands of anyone with a smartphone. AI generation is becoming a native language for billions of users, practically overnight.
Now, what's really fascinating here is that the model doesn't just generate art in a vacuum. Muse is designed to faithfully adhere to complex instructions, sure, but its real superpower is its context. It can actually pull direct inspiration from active social media profiles. Imagine prompting an AI to generate a video in the exact visual style of your favorite Instagram creator, using their active public account as the direct creative reference. It fundamentally changes how we think about artistic inspiration and digital identity. It's pulling the real world directly into the generation process. And, well, the industry is definitely taking notice of what it can do. If you look at the independent benchmarks on the public image arena, it shows a fierce rivalry at the very top. With this release, Muse Image has claimed the elite second place spot, sitting right on the heels of OpenAI's GPT Image 2. We're essentially watching a high-stakes arms race for the ultimate creative engine, and it's playing out in real time on public leaderboards. Meanwhile, for the developers actually building our future software, there was another massive shift on this exact same day. Internal memos show SpaceX AI and the super popular coding platform Cursor have deployed a groundbreaking joint model. Their whole goal here is to seamlessly merge massive cloud-scale compute resources with daily local coding workflows. So they're creating this unified, low-latency environment where the AI coding assistant isn't just, suggesting a line of code here or there. It's practically sharing a brain with the absolute bleeding-edge compute clusters. It literally gives a single developer the leverage of an entire engineering team. Section 2, the $10 trillion shift. Let's move to the next scale and see how these tools are actively rewiring the global macroeconomy. Just look at that number, $10 trillion. A landmark study published on July 8th by the World Intellectual Property Organization revealed that global intangible capital investment has just hit this historic milestone. That is $10 trillion being poured into things you literally cannot physically touch. To really wrap our heads around this, we have to understand what that money is actually buying. Intangible capital, the non-physical assets like software, branding, R&D, and crucially, enterprise AI training data, well, it's the absolute new gold rush. The value of a modern company isn't defined by its factories or real estate anymore. It's entirely defined by its data and the AI models it trains on that data. And this shift is staggering. Heavily accelerated by enterprise AI training, investments in these invisible assets are now growing 3 times faster than investments in traditional physical goods. Companies are realizing that if they aren't pouring resources into AI infrastructure, they're going to be left in the dust by competitors operating on an entirely different plane of efficiency. We are watching the complete digitization of global corporate value. Section 3. Rewriting AI export rules. With the economy scaling this rapidly, let's zoom out to the geopolitical level, where governments are urgently trying to catch up. As noted in regulatory summaries released that very same day, the U.S. government, specifically the Commerce Department's Bureau of Industry and Security, is formally updating how it regulates the global diffusion of these incredibly powerful AI technologies. We're seeing a real-time shift in how a superpower manages the export of digital intelligence. I mean, when billions of dollars flow effortlessly across digital borders, the physical borders have to adapt immediately. Looking strictly at the mechanics of this policy shift, the Commerce Department has actually already stopped enforcing the rigid, older Biden-era restrictions on AI diffusion. Now they're targeting September, the end of the fiscal year, to enact a modernized, streamlined technology transfer framework. It's a clear acknowledgement by regulators that the old ways of restricting technology transfers just don't work when the tech is a piece of software that can zip across the globe in seconds. They are essentially trying to build the airplane while flying it.
Section 4. Decoding the universe. So, the crucial point so far is that AI is completely reshaping our laws and economies. But for our final step, let's zoom out to a cosmic scale. Because on that exact same day, physicists had an announcement of their own. They have successfully trained a new artificial intelligence simulation called RHI-Yen. This is an international deep learning physics model that dramatically lowers the massive compute barrier needed for cosmic modeling. Think about it. We are applying the exact same fundamental machine learning principles used to generate an Instagram picture, but using them to decode the mysteries of the cosmos.
What RH actually does is honestly breathtaking. In a mere fraction of the time it used to take traditional supercomputers, this AI can accurately predict complex R-process nuclear heating rates. Basically, that's the intensely chaotic astrophysical process that happens when two incredibly dense neutron stars merge. These violent cosmic collisions are the exact forges where the heaviest elements in our universe, like gold and platinum, are created. AI is now acting as our fastest, most capable telescope into the atomic heart of the universe.
So, when we step back and review the sheer breadth of this single 24-hour period, watching AI scale from powering your WhatsApp feed to shifting $10 trillion in global capital to literally charting the violent birth of cosmic elements, it leaves us with one awe-inspiring thought to ponder. The infrastructure is built. The models are trained. The next great discovery is quite literally just a prompt away. So what fundamental truths of the universe will AI unlock next, now that the compute barriers are falling?